Hi, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to Qi Gong. I had a little mishap with the sound for my live session this morning, so I'm re-recording the session and posting it for you guys so you can practice on your own time. With that said, let's not waste any time and let's dive right into it. The first thing we'll do is bring the feet together, soften your knees, heavy arms, heavy shoulders, nice and long through the spine, and step your left foot out. Keeping the knees soft, start to shake out through the body. Shaking it out, keeping the limbs soft. You're not doing any muscular work in the upper body. The only thing that's moving is really the bounce from your knees. So visualize your knees like little hydraulic pumps, which are doing the work. And with that, the rest of the body is shaking. So we're releasing the tension from the body by doing the shaking. If you feel like you're holding tension in your jaw, in your mouth, in your tongue, which we do inevitably as human beings, feel free to sigh it out loud, or scream or yell, whatever you need to do to release the tension from the body. I like to sigh as well, so don't mind if I do. Just being very loosey-goosey. If you have any injuries in the shoulders and this movement happens to irritate it, just go soft. There's no need to shake too much because the energy is moving regardless. Just a few more rounds. Very good. And now we start to gently twist side to side. Allow your arms to sway with the twist of the spine. So don't do much of muscular work with your arms and shoulders. Just allow the spinal twist to carry the arms along for the ride. Now, after a few of these, the intention of the back hand is to tap the low back. Right? So the back hand taps the low back, the area of the kidneys right below the 12 floating ribs. And we want to invigorate this area of the body, which in Chinese medicine and Qi Gong practice we call the Ming Men. Right? This is the kidney fire. And this kidney essence is situated within the kidneys. The amount of essence that we're born with is carried in our kidneys. So it's very, very important to cultivate these internal energies by doing meditation and Qi Gong and Tai Chi, which are all considered internal practices, meaning cultivating internal energy. And as we go through life, we're using up these energy resources that we were born with. So the way to not allow them to be depleted is by practicing these types of things like meditation and Qi Gong and yoga and Tai Chi. Now the front hand will tap the top of your shoulder, the area of gallbladder 21 acupuncture point, which is right at the top portion of your upper trapezius muscle. So right here. So as you tap, the back hand taps the area of the kidneys and the front hand taps the upper trap, the area of gallbladder 21 acupuncture point. Very good. Tapping and invigorating so the energy and blood can move throughout the body. And then slowly minimizing the twisting and allowing the arms to come back to center as you stop the twisting. Very good. The next thing we'll do is tapping the channels, invigorating the channels. So we'll start with the anterior forearm, which is where the lung, the pericardium, and the heart channels are. The yin channels run down the arm, and then over the fingertips, the energy switches over to yang energy. So we have the large intestine, the sanjiao, or the triple warmer, triple heater, and the small intestine channels. Okay, so we'll start with the upper body first. You can have an open hand with fingers together but very soft, or a softly closed fist. Today I'm going to use an open hand. So we go at the chest, which is where the first point on the lung channel is, and then going down the anterior upper arm and forearm. Now when you get to the areas of the major joints like the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists, this is where you might want to stay a little bit longer. And the reason for that is because the energy tends to accumulate and get stuck in the joints, and this is where we get a lot of pain. So if you feel certain tender areas, feel free to tap a little bit longer in those areas. Also, when you're doing the tapping, make sure that you focus the movement from your low back area. So you're not just using your hand and your shoulder, but you're doing the twisting movement from your low back. Again, this other side, going up the arm, up the yang channels, the large intestine, sanjiao, and the small intestine channel. And we'll do 3 passes on each side. So this is the second pass on the first side. And again, feel free to stay in certain areas a little bit longer. You might see red blotches coming up to the surface of the skin, which indicates the blood is coming to the surface. That's a good thing. We want to unblock our channels so the energy and the blood can flow smoothly, right? Tap away. Posterior aspect of the arm, going up the channels. And last pass. First side, and you'll do the other arm as well. So this is the third pass. Very good. Now we go to the urinary bladder. Okay, we'll start from the low back, again that area of the kidneys, and you tap with your fingers together to consolidate the energy of the kidneys. Kidneys and the urinary bladder are the yin and yang pair. Okay, so we're going down the urinary bladder. Make sure your spine is nice and long as you fold forward, tapping the posterior aspect of your thighs, the backs of your knees, calves. And then we go to the inside of the feet, inner ankles, lots of points. Now we're going towards the liver, spleen, and the kidney channels, which run up the legs and into the torso. Area of the inner knees may be tender for some people, so feel free to stay there a little longer. Going on the inner thighs, groin, and the lower abdomen, which is the lower dantian. You move to the areas of the low back, kidney area again. Down the posterior aspect, glutes, thighs, backs of the knees, calves, tops of the feet, inner ankles, inner legs, inner knees, thighs, and back to the groin. Last pass, low back, folding forward, backs of the legs, knees, calves, and again, feel free to stay longer where you feel the need. Inner ankles, inner legs, knees, inner thighs, and the abdomen. And we'll go up the abdomen, up the rib cage. We're covering still the liver, kidney, and the spleen channel. Now we go up into the face, so make like little claws, okay, not too rigid. Face and the forehead and the scalp. And don't be shy with the points on your head. There's a lot of points on our head. The urinary bladder channel, the gallbladder channel, the small intestine channel. They all intersect over the scalp. Don't be conservative with the points below the occiput, right beneath the lowest portion of your skull. There's a lot of points there. So if you get tension headaches or migraines, these are good areas to tap away. And then going down. That's it. Down. Very good. Go down the sides of your ribs, which is the gallbladder channel. Okay, down the sides of the ribs, down the sides of the hips, sides of the legs, the knees, lower legs, outer calves. That's it. Top of the feet. Go inside the legs, up to the abdomen, up the belly, up the rib cage, upper chest. That's it. Go up to the face, the skull. I'm staying here a little bit longer. I feel some pressure right here. You tap away and try to feel where you have those little tender points. Good. Going down the back of the neck and to the sides, covering the gallbladder channel. That's it. Tops of the feet. Going up the inner legs again, just to make a full circle and go up the abdomen, rib cage, chest, neck, face, and the skull. Very good. Down the sides of the ribs. Up the inner legs. Good. And now the stomach channel will cover down the legs, okay, down the anterior portion of the thighs, shins, tibia, and then up to the legs. Okay, so we tap right here in front of the pelvis, anterior thighs, even your knees. So with the knees, imagine as if you're plucking your knees, right? And then down the tibial line, shin bone, tops of the feet. Good. Come up. And once more, tapping down the stomach channel. And shake it out. Very good. So feel the buzzing vibration in your fingertips, in your palms, in your arms maybe. Very good. Shake out your legs. And then we'll assume our stance once more. So feet together, knees are bent a bit, just so you have like a light bounce. Step your left foot out. Keeping the knees soft, tailbone goes heavy. Imagine a big weight on your tailbone, so it's sinking down. And then on top of your skull, by Hui, there is a balloon lifting you upwards. So you have the opposing forces of heaven and earth. Heaven going upwards, earth going downwards, and you as a human, the connection between heaven and earth. So now that the spine is nice and long, make sure the back of the neck is nice and long. So there's a slight push off the back of the head back without tucking your chin in. Keep your shoulders just sloping downwards. Arms are heavy. Imagine there's small balloons in your armpits, creating some space between your arms and the body. Keep your arms heavy. Now start to visualize small weights on each of your fingers. There's a sensation almost as if your fingers are gonna straighten out, but you're not doing this muscularly. This is on an energetic level. So in your mind's eye, visualize those little weights hanging by each of your fingertips. Keeping your arms heavy, tailbone heavy, and the crown of the head light lifting up so you feel the spine lengthening. Very good. Your feet are firmly rooted into the earth. If you need to lift your toes and spread them wide and then release them onto the ground. The center of the sole of your foot is the grounding force. It's one of the three centers. So the three centers I'll be talking about is the center of the soles of the feet, the centers of the palms, and the center of the crown of your head. Okay? So when I mention these three centers, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? So the length of your breath, whether your breath is short and shallow or it's fast, you will do the movement very slowly. So it doesn't matter how many breaths you take, but the movement is as follows. Your knees lengthen out just a little bit as your arms go out and up. So not out to the sides, but a little bit in front of you. And as you lift the arms up, the palms are gently lifting to the sky. Inhaling. Before the shoulders have a tendency to lift, bring the palms into the center, bend the elbows, and push the energy downwards, softening the bend of the knees a little more. You're going to keep going through this movement. Inhale and start to visualize the energy entering through the crown of the head, filling up your entire body. And as you exhale, push all of that energy through your legs, down through the soles of the feet into the earth. Your eyes can be open or closed. Some people find it easier to close their eyes so they can visualize better. Inhaling, lengthening through the knees a little bit. Make sure the movement stays very slow. Visualize the energy entering through the crown of your head, filling up your entire body. Then as you exhale, push the energy from your entire body down through the legs, down through the centers of the soles, and push it back into the earth. See yourself standing on the earth as you're surrounded by the universe and the universal light all around you. And so as you inhale, you invite that universal light force through the crown of the head and into your energy body and into your physical body. And all of that collected energy is being pushed through your legs, through the soles of the feet, back into Mother Earth, so the earth can recycle that energy. You want to feel like a light tension or slight pressure or resistance as you move your hands through the space. Inhale, visualize yourself as you stand on earth. This bright universal light surrounds you. You start to breathe through your skin. Look inside your body and see your body being filled with this universal light. So you're breathing in this light now through your skin as well, not just through the crown of your head. And you can see your energy body as you stand on earth in the middle of the universe. And you invite that universe inside of yourself. So now every cell in your body is shimmering with this universal light force. And the light from within you shines outwards. And the light that surrounds you shines inwards. You're melting away the layers of your physical body until you are able to see yourself completely as the energy body. And now you are one with this light force, with this universal light force. You're breathing in unison with the rest of the universe. There is no separation between you and the rest of life in the known and the unknown universe. Continue to feel that resistance with your hands and arms as you keep breathing. You keep expanding your energetic field. You're inhaling and breathing actively with the rest of the universal force that's now inside of you and outside of you as you became one with the universe. As soon as we realize that there is no separation between us and others, things become to move smoother in our life as well, in our physical reality. So things first always originate in the mind and then in the physical reality. So with these meditations, the goal is to see ourselves as one with the rest of creation and the origin of creation. The next time we bring the hands down, so wherever you are in your flow, as the hands push down, you continue to push them slightly behind you with the elbows slightly bent. Still feeling that magnetic force, that slight resistance, as if you're pushing something behind you with your hands. There's that vibratory force in your palms, and you feel the rest of the universal energy force pushing back against your own energy light. Breathing here. Staying light in your body, in your energy body. Notice if your breath deepened and lengthened since the beginning. And now with each inhale, see those three centers, the centers of your palms, the centers of the soles of your feet, and the center of the crown of the head, receiving the energy from the universe, and you send it into the lower belly, which we call the lower dantian. You want to visualize the energies entering, traveling through the center channel of your arms, through the central channels of your legs, and through the central channel of your torso, down, accumulating in your low belly, into a bowl of light. And as you exhale from the lower abdomen, send the energy back out through the central channel of the torso, up through the crown of the head, and out, and through the arms, and through the centers of your palms, out, and from the lower dantian, through the center of your legs, and through the center of the soles, back out. And as you inhale, invite the energy back into the body through those same centers, the crown of the head, the center of the palms, the center of the soles, and gather that energy. Let it travel into the lower abdomen, the area of the lower dantian. And the exhales push the energy up the central channels of the arms, the torso, and the legs, and through the crown of the head, back out, through the palms, back out into the universe, and through the soles of the feet, back out into the earth. Now slowly start to circle the arms around as if you're going to hug the biggest tree trunk or the biggest energy ball. You're hugging it, you're hollowing out a little bit in your torso as the fingertips point towards each other, but the hands never touch. You inhale and the hands separate slightly away from one another, and as you exhale, the fingertips come closer together. And whether your eyes are open or closed, you want to visualize beams of light streaming through the fingertips on either hand. And if you see your energy body, you'll see the outlines of these energetic forces. And some people can see this easier, and some people it just takes a little time and a little practice to see it even with your eyes opened. And this is your auric field, this is your energy body, and you're melting with the light of the universe, with that universal force, allowing it to work through you. And the palms face down, and you push the hands down and back. Elbows slightly bent, and again, breathe in through the center of your palms, the center of your soles, the center of the crown of your head, and draw the energy into your lower abdomen. So you see that light force traveling through the center of your arms, the torso, the legs, and gathering in the lower dantian as a bowl of light force. And as you empty out, you gather the energy from the lower abdomen and back out, sending it into the universe and into the earth. And slowly circle the arms out and around, back to the front, hugging an imaginary ball of light. Breathing, separating fingers away from one another and bringing them closer towards each other as you exhale. Push the palms downwards. And then last round, push the palms back with the elbows slightly bent. Breathe through the 3 centers, through the soles of the feet, the centers of the palms, and the center of the crown of the head. Sending the energy as you inhale into your lower dantian, and as you exhale back out into the space. Make sure your body is not tensing up. If it is, shake it out, return back to the stance. Circle the arms around and forward, hugging the Qi ball. Breathing fully. Expanding with the inhale, fingers pull away. Exhaling, fingertips come closer. Palms press downwards and just release the hands down. Very good. We're going to close this by doing the following. So as we reach the arms up, now the knees bend deeper. So we'll do 3 breaths to close. Okay? One moment. Okay, so inhale, knees bend deeper as you reach the arms up, filling yourself up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, make sure the shoulders don't lift, palms go through the center. You push the energy into your low belly and the legs straighten out. Twice more. Inhale, knees bend deeper as the arms lift up. You're gathering the energy in your entire body, and as you exhale, all of the energy from your body, push it into your low belly as the knees lengthen out. Last one. Inhale, lift the energy. And as you exhale, push the energy into your low belly. Now, traditionally, right hand is the yin hand. So if you identify with feminine energy, bring your right hand on your lower belly first, left hand on top. If you identify more with the masculine energy, then the left hand goes first, right hand on top. If you don't identify with either, then you can place whichever hand feels better for you. Step your left foot in. Feel the warmth of your hands over the lower dantian area. See inside your body the space between your hands and the low back in front of your spine. See the space filled with that energy ball. You're strengthening your lower dantian, your root. So we're grounding ourselves. We're rooting down to stay connected to the earth while we create our connection with the rest of the universe. And to close, we'll do 9 circles in each direction over our abdomen. So we'll start with the hands traveling from the left hand side, going up the descending colon, then through the transverse colon, and then down the ascending colon, okay? And then we'll reverse that to go in the direction of the large intestine, okay? So we're making 9 circles and they go from large to small. So left to right, 1, and visualize the energy inside your abdomen traveling in the same direction as your hands. That's 2. 3, making the circle smaller and smaller. 4, 5, 6, see the energy flowing in the same direction. 7, 8, 9. And now we go in the direction of the large intestine. So up through the transverse and down the descending colon. So we go 1. Visualize the energy traveling in that direction. 2, 3, 4, 5. The circles become bigger. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Very good. Rest your hands over your dantian area, lower dantian area. Maybe set an intention for the rest of your day, weekend, the week, the month. And let me know how this is working for you in the comments below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And I promise I'll do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Okay, you can also find me on Instagram as Tao Dharma. I'm not as active these days, but I hope to see you in the online space again next week. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and have a beautiful day. Mwah.